Any day now. There we go.
There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sako the Moon Horror Podcast. I am Dwan Elhern, more affectionately known as the Moon, and today we are celebrating Sako's birthday. This is where everyone cheers. We can't hear you. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, that's the best place to throw the song in as any. I wasn't ready, but it's fine. I had just hands in the air. I'm like, okay, I'm waving them like I just don't care. I didn't. No, today is May 15th. This is Sako's birthday. Sako is 26, I think we determined today. So everyone in the comments should just be flooding happy birthday, Sako. Looks like you guys beat me here, so it's fine. So for today's episode, we're going to do obviously something a little bit different, a little bit more special for Sako today. You guys have wrote into me. Thank you guys for the emails that I got, the emails and the messages that I got. We have a slew of questions for Sako today. So instead of covering some movie or covering some topic, our guest of honor is who else? It's our very own Sako Toomey. So we got a Sako who's a little bit less psycho today. She's all dolled up. She's ready to be interviewed. Is there anything you want to say to these lovely people who have showed up for your birthday show?
Hi, everybody. It's my birthday as of like a half an hour ago. And I am excited that you are all are here. And for once, I'm not the one asking the questions. So expect a lot of ums and uhs because I didn't see the questions ahead of time.
Yeah.
But hopefully there will be lots of stories.
I'm sure there will be. I'm going to adjust this a little bit to turn that a little bit because we gotta get old Ghostface right there in the back corner. Mm-hmm. Everyone is here. Sako, you're the one in control. Throw up all the messages of everybody saying hi to you and happy birthday. Throw them all up. We got Katie Carlisle in the mix. We got Nikki here. We got Amanda here. We got Allie here. Mm-hmm. We have Heather here. There's a whole bunch of people who are saying happy birthday because they love you. Please know that you are loved and you are appreciated. Everyone here adores you. You are a valued friend, and everyone here just loves the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So we will start off with some. You know, how do I want to do this? Do I want to just start off like straight down the list? Yeah, I do, because I don't want to try to keep up with it. All right, cool. So I have Nikki, who's in the chat. She sent me like 10 questions.
Yeah, so she said.
She sent like 10. I picked 4 that I wanted. I want to make sure I get to all the other questions. So I got 4. If it comes down to it and I have any more left over, I might ask some more Nikki questions. Nikki's got all my backup questions.
Thank you, Jody.
You got a bonus birthday from Jody, who's recognizable now.
Thanks to KB.
KB made it to where I can actually recognize who I'm talking to when I see you in July. All right. Question number 1. This is one of Nikki's questions. So this comes from Nikki Knight. First of all, before we get into that, like, all of Sako's socials, and you can go on like Amazon and look up Cass Voight or Sako Toomey, probably more Cass Voight. Find the book that Sako's written or been a part of. She's in a few anthologies. Let's go support Sako. Buy her book. You know the writer, now get to know her writing. Go ahead and find the book, one of those books that she was featured in, whether it's Bog Hag or Beltane, or we got Hope's Chest that's out. We got Flambeau that's out. All sorts of things. You can visit her website at psychosako.something or other. And yeah, find all the Sako things and then do the Sako things, right? He did.
Oh,
he
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he sent me like I was getting like updates. Nice. Love KB. All right. Question 1. These first 2, this might take you a second, so feel free to take your time. And if you want, let me know. I'll skip to the next question while you think about it. Okay,
Oh,
it's a
it's
top
it's a big one, huh?
it's a top 5 question. So it might take you a bit to get your little list together. So I want to ask you this question first. And if you're like, okay, skip to the next question while I kind of ponder a little bit. That's perfectly normal. That's perfectly fine. All right.
Okay.
So question number 1 is your top 5 favorite horror classics. Now,
Classics?
now,
Define classic.
now, hold on. It wasn't specified any further than that. So I'm going to say whether it's a classic horror book or a classic horror movie. I'll say classic like being one of those movies or one of those books. I'd put Dorian Gray in that category, Invisible Man in that category, Frankenstein, Dracula, shout out to Dacre. Um, I don't know anybody related to Mary Shelley. But yeah, those would be what I would consider classics. Wolfman. I mean, you can just go to what like would be an old school horror movie. You can go to uh you can go to like Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever you consider a classic, top 5. Now I'm gonna throw that at you and go mixed media. You want to go movie? You want to go book? That's fine. Do you want to skip while thinking about it?
I do.
So we're gonna do that.
Ask me again, like
Yeah,
closer
but
to the
I
end.
wanted to get your mind running on that one. That's why I asked you that one first. So we're gonna go to the next question. This also comes
Books
from
count,
Nikki.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
The next comes from Nikki. It is a 2-part question. She wants to know, what would you like to see depicted in book or film about witchcraft that hasn't been done? The second half of that is there anything that's out there that is accurate enough to recommend? So let's talk about it. Witchcraft is often depicted differently in different medias. I can think of one movie we recently reviewed, Lords of Salem. So I would say if you haven't seen our review of Lords of Salem, you should. But that depicts witchcraft in a completely different way than, let's say, The Crucible, featured Winona Ryder and Daniel Day-Lewis. So what would you like to see in film about witchcraft that hasn't been done yet? There's the first
There's the first one. I think, I mean, like Practical Magic and Lords of Salem and The Craft, they all kind of like exhibit that repercussion for doing baneful magic.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there should be a fiction where the magic works for them, not against them.
So you're feeling like the thing that witchcraft in media is missing is the positive side of it. Whether using it, would you say the we'll say industry term, fun and game section of The Craft? Would you say that is a better depiction of the witchcraft working for them? So you basically just want like a whole movie of that.
There should be conflict.
So what would that conflict be? I'm not asking you to write it, but like I am.
Other people being judgmental or
self-doubt, maybe
self-doubt, and putting doubt into the universe definitely brings doubt to your life, right? So I think that there are plenty of conflicts, mostly internal, that and I write about that somewhat often. I don't call them witches, but that's what they are.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Hope's Chest, Flambeau,
People are already putting it on there.
Shadow of the Fae, Shadow of the Fae. All three of them, they constitute as witches if you get down to the nitty gritty of it.
Okay. So if you guys have no idea what she's talking about, that means you haven't bought the books. So what are you doing right now? There's another tab right there above you. Your phone has an app for some buying place. You can buy the book. It's fine. It's cool. That would be your birthday gift to Sako book sales. This one is I was really excited to see on the list, and I really want to know what your thoughts are. Art the Clown, Freddy Krueger. Who wins one-on-one?
Krueger.
You think so?
He inhabits dreams.
But does Art sleep? I
figured, I kind of assumed that he did.
See, I would too. Like, if you look at Terrifier, I would say he's just a weird dude, right? But then after you get into Terrifier 2, there's something a lot more mystical about Art the Clown. So I don't know if Art sleeps. So if Art doesn't sleep, what chance does Freddy have?
Assuming he sleeps, Krueger would win.
Okay.
Assuming he does not sleep, I'd probably... It depends on which nightmare movie you access, right?
That's fair. We'll go with Nightmare 1.
Okay. If it's Nightmare 1 and Terrifier 1,
yeah,
I'm gonna say Krueger. If we're going off of like 2 or 3, then it starts getting hazier because the lore expands. And
that's fair. Now, because I was really intrigued by this question. Now, I haven't seen Terrifier 3, so there's somebody who's gonna like throw in, well, in Terrifier 3 he can XYZ. I don't know about that yet.
No spoilers. Yeah,
no spoilers. But
I actually haven't seen any of the Terrifier movies because I'm not normally into splatter flicks like that.
Hold on to your butts if you watch Terrifier 2. That's all I can say to you. Terrifier 1 is a Disney movie compared to Terrifier 2. Fair warning. But he does enter, I think her name is Serena, her dreams, Sienna. I think her name is Sienna. Her dream in Terrifier 2. So they could have a really interesting back and forth. Art might go into Freddy's dream. That might be some crazy shit. I want to see this play out.
If it's if the battlefield is dreams, I'm putting my money on Krueger because he has a little more experience, and I feel like he's a little more creative.
Ooh, that sounds like someone who has not watched the Terrifier movie. I'm gonna need you on your own time, not for review.
No, it'll be like a Friday night, like live tweet on Blue Sky kind of.
Oh, I don't know. Terrifier is, it's a movie. I apologize. They're renovating the house next door to me, so you guys can have.
We didn't hear anything.
Oh, you might hear in a minute because they're just getting started. There's a big hole in the back of the neighbor's house. They're working on it, but the guy just built the house. They're renovating. You can't turn down a buzzsaw, so there's really nothing I can do about it. But hey, if you guys have any ideas of how to prevent outside noise from being inside my office, feel free to send that email to me. I'll take it. Next question from Nikki. If Ash Williams from Evil Dead opened a portal to help him find the Necronomicon, would you? And if so, who would you take with you?
Hold on. Repeat that question?
So Ash from Evil Dead, he
Yeah.
opens a portal. He's like,
Uh-huh.
I want you to help me find the Necronomicon.
I would take Nikki with me.
Good, because she's the one to ask that question. I'm sure the hell I ain't going.
No shit. Because, so I would, if I were going to war, or if I had a big quest like that,
Yeah,
going after the Necronomicon, I would want no one other at my back than Nikki.
that is a high honor. I hope she's still listening and she hears that.
I hope so too.
Before I carry on to the next set of questions that I have you thought about your horror classics?
Ray Bradbury. He did a bunch of, it was like, I was really big on short fiction when I was younger.
His short fiction is really good. Honestly, if you just say Ray Bradbury short fiction, that's good enough for me.
He made me want to write.
That's a hell of an influence right there. Like legit. If you've never read the short fiction of Ray Bradbury, like that's
he
other
wrote
level,
horror shorts. He had a whole book of horror shorts.
He did.
And I thought the prose, the pacing, the topics,
yeah,
just that was my bar.
It's not a typical linear like fiction. It's something. There's something about Bradbury it's one of those things that when you read Bradbury, you're like, this is Bradbury. Okay, like is this a Bradbury? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's how stylistically
There's like a twist at the end.
No Shyamalan.
There's always the twist at the end, right?
He did
he did it better than Shyamalan. Stephen, I'll have to get back to my mom. She's calling me now.
I could have sworn that buzzing was like a radio, like a car booming outside.
I think Stephen King's Nightmares and Dreamscapes.
Okay.
Had a bunch of stories that were really good. There were some stories that were kind of like but some of them were gems in the rough. Most people wouldn't consider The Never-Ending Story a horror story.
I don't remember The Never-Ending Story, but I've heard.
I don't think you ever read it.
No, I never read it, but I saw parts of the movie. I remember the big old flying thing. Looked like a big old sheepdog. But I don't remember the movie. This was at a period of time where I watched things and didn't watch things. If that makes sense.
He was a luck dragon.
All I know is that most of my friends are traumatized by it. Some scene took place in one of those movies that people are like still traumatized for.
When the nothing takes our tax is when an entire generation of kids were traumatized.
Yeah, I get upset when the government takes our tax, but
our tax was the horse. So when the horse is consumed by the swamp, that scene like wrecked a whole generation.
Yeah,
but there are worse scenes in the book. And it explains the scene with the wolf, Gamork. As a matter of fact, that's the name on my phone as well. There's a lot more backstory and the altercation between someone who isn't lawful good going against the nothing And I love that scene.
See, Heather was traumatized.
I saw the movie in the early 80s and was definitely traumatized that scene with the Artax. Yeah. Um, and my favorite scene of the book was not in the movie.
Figures.
Um, so, no spoilers, but
The movie came out in the 80s. You can spoil it.
the movie only covers the first half of the book.
That's why there's a part 2, isn't it?
Part two doesn't access the book at all.
Oh, that's wild. See, that's just a crime. That's just criminal.
There were 4 or 6 movies,
Oh,
like,
I can't remember if there was
and
that
they
many.
get progressively worse as they go on.
As with most franchises.
So my naming practice for all of my devices is the Never Ending Story. I have Rockbiter, the iPad. I have Demeter, the portable hard drive. Engiwook, who was the guy who rode the snail. And then Coriander, who owned the bookshop, for my device on which I read.
That checks out. Yeah.
But if you have the opportunity to read The Never Ending Story by Michael Ende, I've been reading it since I was a teenager, and I read it almost every year. That's my repeat media, is once a year I read, and usually at Pensick,
Yeah.
because I have a lot of free time.
Right.
Yeah. The 1990s, the Gary Oldman Dracula,
Gotcha.
with women who I really looked up to growing up. And I thought the cinematography and the way they told the story was new to me at the time.
Okay.
After I had read Dracula and then that movie came out, I understood the changes that they made. I understood, like, some of the scenes were shorter than they probably should have been, and
That
some
happens a
scenes
lot.
were longer than they should have been.
That also
But
happens.
so the pacing compared to the book was a little wonky, but the big plot points were there, right? So yeah, that's 4. So my 5th would be the Dream Warriors Kruger movie. That was number 3, I think.
3 or 4.
3, I think.
Might have been 3. I can't remember exactly, but it's 3 or 4, yeah.
There so there are characters in that movie that I particularly relate to,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all over the movie. And I watched it ad nauseum when I was a kid, and that, like, I didn't sleep a whole lot because I suffered from nightmares. So there was an amount of comfort that movie brought me.
Which is wild to hear you say. Like the idea that a movie about a monster that haunts your dreams and is your nightmare gives you comfort when you have nightmares.
I know it seems
Counterintuitive.
counterintuitive, but this is also the same mentality of rape victims using BDSM to heal.
Yeah, I could see that.
There are certain parameters
Yeah,
that
it's
are
like
like blinders that are put on when you are consuming triggering content.
yeah, it's like the
And
boundaries of safety are present, so you can experience what otherwise would be the trauma under safe parameters where you can't actually be hurt.
exactly.
So watching the trauma, the traumatic nightmares in a movie that you can always turn off takes away the danger. Makes
I
sense.
can pause it. I can go and take a leak. I can take a long ass break before
You
I
can
can
watch the rest tomorrow.
watch the rest tomorrow.
It makes sense.
So, yeah.
All right. Okay. That was fun.
So those are my 5. Yeah.
There's like almost a whole podcast on the never ending story. And I loved it. This question comes from, well, I guess these questions come from our good friend Katie Carlisle.
Nice.
And I missed that last comment. Yep.
The last comment, so it is exposure therapy, but like I said, there are bumpers on it.
Yes. What are you apologizing for? These are great these are fantastic questions. These are deeply philosophical questions. It might be the rest of our runtime, but we all know how I feel about a runtime. KB asks, if all the world's a stage, where's the audience sitting?
On the floor, we're on the same level, but if I'm performing, for instance, I would prefer that everybody be on the same level as me, so that we can have the party together.
See, all the world's the stage, therefore all the world's the audience while also performing. We're all on stage. There's your answer. By the way, if you want to see Sako perform, you can see her at the Imaginarium performing either Friday and or Saturday. We don't know, because
I'll be doing both days.
Well, then there you go. Now you know it's both days. So there you go. You should be at Imaginarium. If not to see me, which honestly, what other reason do you need? I mean, I'm me. You can see Sako. She'll actually perform and do shit. I just exist. This is all I do. I just talk to people. I just babble stuff off paper. The second question that comes from KB. What happens if you get scared to death twice?
My heart jumps into my throat, and it's hard to get my anxiety going these days, but if I'm scared to death twice over, like I might need to take some Xanax. Like,
my answer is you become a zombie. Because you go from living to dead and you go from dead to undead.
Half to death twice. I'm a terrible pun. It was a terrible pun. I also just exist to make noise.
But we're so cool when we do it, so it's perfectly fine.
So, yeah, my anxiety would be high. For instance, roller coasters don't scare me unless it's that the incline towards the first hill, that click 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 click. That's when my anxiety ramps up.
Haha, ramps up. More terrible puns.
More terrible puns. And then we go down that first hill and everything's fine.
Like the built up tension and then the release.
And then the release.
Which is
So
actually how roller coasters work. If you don't know how roller coasters work, I'm not going to explain it to you. I can. I'm just not going to, because
So
this show is not about me.
I love roller coasters, and I haven't
But you
ridden
should
them
look them
in
up.
like 20 years.
You should
Like,
look it up. See how roller coasters work. It's a fascinating science. I digress. I can't take you to a roller coaster because I don't want to.
I will
But
ride with Nikki. Nikki and I will go to King's Dominion and we will ride coasters.
there is a place here in Louisville. It's on the other side of town from where Imaginarium is because it's actually close to the house. I'm not going with you, but you guys can go. It's Kentucky Kingdom. They ride roller coasters there.
Cool.
It'll be open during the summer and people will get on your nerves. The following questions are from Amanda Brigner, who's
Nice.
with us.
Okay.
And she asks, question 1, how do you take your coffee?
Okay. So my morning coffee, my morning ritual is the Paul Newman's organic 100% fair trade. It's a charity that goes towards sick kids. I take this organic coffee and I put in just hazelnut creamer, just a dash. And yep, just zip. And so just like half a spoon.
Not a Sara Lee splash.
And I have this swizzle stick that has a skull at the end of it. And I use that to stir my cauldron, as it were. And sometimes I'll put in ginger for money. Oh, and cinnamon. The nutmeg and a kiss, like a literal kiss.
Not the Hershey ones.
Oh, Amanda, maybe we'll hit up. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's see. You guys have to go either King's Dominion or like Kings Island is like outside of Cincinnati. Y'all have to arrange that.
Okay.
Is that the end of your coffee order, Madam Starbucks?
Yeah, that's it.
Not sponsored.
My Starbucks order is a lavender matcha. I'll do the matcha and then I'll get the lavender foam, and that's it.
Y'all write that down because I don't speak Starbucks.
That's my Starbucks order.
But now that you guys know it, she's going to expect somebody to bring her coffee at Imaginarium.
It'd be nice.
She's going to expect that.
Do they have like K-cup things? Can I buy a thing of K-cups and do
they have a Keurig in the room? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Thank you, KB.
He's got you. Which is hilarious because I always bring K-cups with me. Never use it. This would be a fantastic time for you guys to pause. Just not the video. Don't pause it. Just kidding. Don't pause the video, but this is a great time to take a moment and go ahead and hit like on this video because Jesus wept, and that's what YouTube told me to tell you. Also, find your little social medias, all the different ones that you're currently on and whatnot, and go share this with other people so other people can find out exactly how amazing Sako is. Even if they watch this in post, they'll get to know Sako a lot better. And we're all having a good time here. We're all partying. If you share it now, they might be able to hang out for like the second half of the thing. Tell them that we're live right now. Do it. I'll give you a moment.
So Amanda apparently used to work there,
Yes.
and she lobbied for the lavender flavor, and they didn't do it until after she left.
That checks out.
That's so tragic. Hi Foggy, how's it going? Thank you. Yes, I am.
Fantabulous.
And also, so are you. Hi, Andy. Thank you so much. And to the moon and back.
I'm right here. So yeah, take a moment. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, why not? But take this moment, go ahead and do the subscribing thing, do the liking thing, but more importantly, do the sharing thing. I want other people to see how great our friend Sako is. So if they can watch any episode, if they watch this one, that would be nice, right? And also buy her books. This next question from Amanda. What is your favorite aspect of belly dancing? As in, what pushes you to continue to pursue dance and perform?
Partying with other people. It's the connection, it's the community, it's the fact that it's so closely related to yoga. And that's how getting into yoga leveled up my dancing.
Okay.
Oh, no kidding. Penza coffee in the morning is pretty amazing, I have to admit. Which ones of y'all haven't hit like yet?
For the show, like to hit like on the
which
one of y'all haven't hit like on the video yet?
Or the cake gets it.
That's right. And if you've seen Companion, we will do some crazy stuff to a cake. That's right.
Why? Because we love you. But morning coffee is mandatory. That is my morning ritual, is coffee and a clove cigarette. And during war, I like to go to Izumi's camp and drink coffee with him.
There you go. So before we continue too far, the rest of your question, you kind of like mid question or mid answer, the aspects of belly dancing, the community, the yoga. Was there anything more to that? I don't want you to miss out on the answer.
I have learned what feels good and when to stop.
Okay.
So dancing is kind of like a religious experience. Like when I'm performing, for instance, it's very spiritual for me. It's very I can show my heart, or I can take on a persona that is a little more serious, or I like to interact with the audience as much as possible, because at the core of it, yes, I'm bringing the party, but I want you to join me.
Right. No one wants to be the life of the party of one.
Wait a minute, what? Crazy stuff with a cake? Do I have to pay extra to watch the stream like $8 a minute?
We'll talk later. Like most of the regular rooms I've been in general hotels have a Keurig, but I will say there's some suites have like coffee makers, so I would be aware of just the familiarity with your room. Most suites have a coffee maker, so I would bring grounds if I were you.
Mm-hmm.
I bring both because I use a Michigan cherry coffee. Cherry coffee is delicious, and I have it both in grounds and in K-cups. So I'd say bring both.
Oh, okay.
Or know where the store is near the hotel. See your
Which
hotel
is
room,
usually where I buy the K-cups.
and then know what's near your know the store. Find out what kind of coffee maker you have, and then go buy them from.
The only downside is they don't carry my coffee.
Your Newman coffee?
My Newman coffee. So I just buy whatever is the best of the
Available options.
Yeah.
And now we do want to see you belly dance. Now we do. I'm told not to do this, but I do it every show. Ever since I was told not to do this, I do this every show because this is what happens when you tell me not to do things. So now, KB, I need you to belly dance with Sako. I don't know when I'm going to arrange this, but I am. It'll be at some point in time. I'm going to expect you and Sako, like Sako, to give you like a class. All right. It will be like Sako doing an instructional under isolated circumstances, and I expect to see you belly dancing. That's right. Yeah, you will. Because
I will be drunk on bourbon. So, drunken belly dance class.
Oh, so you're putting me in charge of drunk people? You guys have fucked up. Okay. Just so y'all know, Imaginarium just got that much more interesting.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Always.
And we can do it at the room party. We can do it when we're outside smoking.
Outside, you'll have more room than at the room party. Because I need to make sure you guys got space for all the shimmy shaking and such.
And Amanda can come with us.
I'm just going to be orchestrating the chaos. That's my job. My job is to orchestrate the chaos.
At least we're going to have brunch with Jenny.
We are.
And Izzy.
Yes.
I'm super hype about meeting Izzy.
It will be a pleasure to meet Izzy, and also a pleasure to meet Jenny.
And yes, I intend to get pickled. And also really high.
I'm not 100% sure of the definition of being pickled, but I'm cool. It's actually funnier to me if I don't know.
And another hat to tell me to put my shirt back on. Okay. Are there any more questions?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just paused for the sake of the conversation and the full answer. I want to make sure everybody had a chance to like and share this wonderful podcast. This fantastic episode. I love this episode. What I love about this episode is we get like genuine Sako. Like we get like just free...
I don't have a script.
Exactly. You don't have a script. I love this version of Sako. Doesn't always work, but it works today.
It works today.
So this is the third question from Amanda. What is your all-time favorite written work?
That's not Neverending Story.
Other than.
My favorite written work. This answer might surprise some people.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
There was a user on fanfiction.net named Tangerine Dream. And they wrote this series of Psylocke and Angel from the X-Men. But Angel has the legacy virus.
Mm-hmm.
I've never laughed. I've never cried. I raced home from school so that I could read this. Like, if there was a waking moment, I was reading this content. And, like, so my favorite character in the X-Men, my favorite couple in the X-Men, and taking one of my favorite characters away from me, yeah, it's fan fiction, but it was done perfectly. And I don't have a copy of it, sadly. I have some others, but I couldn't find that piece again. And my heart will always go out to the writer that wrote that in like 1995 or some wacky year
Which is
like
a
that.
much wilder time. 95 was a wild time.
On AOL, no less.
Because of course it was.
So, Drom Usenet, it was so good. Was it Voices in the Net? I read that too, but it's not the same story.
I feel like Foggy's going to try to hunt this down for you.
Foggy, if you find, because I can't remember the name of the story, it's like Emergence or something like that. Yeah, I can't remember. But they scienced Angel's powers. And I loved that. I actually have a book that is The Science of the X-Men, and I love every word of it. 95 was when I graduated high school, and AOL was computer herpes.
I feel like that is so accurate in ways that you had to be there to understand. Back in our day, children, the internet came on a disc in the mail.
We made clocks out of them in shop class.
Nothing made me feel older than that sentence or that impression. The following question comes from Allie. And she asks, what was the first vampire story that got you hooked?
There is this book by, in a universe even, by Nancy A. Collins, called Sunglasses After Dark. And it is the story of a character named Sonia Blue and her struggles through becoming a vampire when she didn't want to be one.
Yeah.
And that set the bar for all of my vampire content. And Laurel K. Hamilton, the third book in her series, Circus of the Damned, was my second.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a circus run by vampires.
That
and
checks
it
out.
showed vampires of different species.
Okay.
And this was long before I got into like White Wolf games or anything like that. Oh, hold on. Well, now I feel old. Shop class was in middle school, by the way.
She's only
Uh,
26, so her old is like 2000. That's fine.
I was 18 in 2000. CompuServe, they made great coasters, I mean CDs. So uh my dad's cousin, so what is that, like second cousin once removed or some wacky thing like that? Or just my second cousin.
Yo,
Um
cousin.
One, he was a musician for the Doors back in the 60s. And two, he invented CompuServe. So money is not a problem in our family.
So if you need to borrow a dollar,
Don't ask me, ask him.
only a dollar. Only spare a dollar. I got
Okay.
this dime right here. I got this dime.
Okay.
That's what I can. This is what I can loan y'all.
New question. Horror comedy. Yeah, no, why?
No,
I
you had your turn,
love
sir. You had your turn. Okay.
I love horror comedy. Chippendale. Um
Right.
Dale and
Not
Tuck
not the rescue. Not the Rescue Rangers.
no.
Not them.
Tucker and Dale
Badly or
uh
versus evil.
versus Evil is one of my favorite horror movies. And I love both of the actors who play Tucker and Dale. So yeah.
While we're talking about horror comedies, go back and check out our review for Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. That was a movie.
That was it. That was a movie.
That was a movie. Boy, was it.
Yes, banging her way through the supernaturals. They lost me at like book number 6 or 7 because I'm into the supernatural banging to an extent. But when the books became about that exclusively, they lost me. When the plots disappeared and it was just sex scene after sex scene with every supernatural you could possibly think of, I had to nope out.
That sounds like someone who got a lot of mentions about one particular part and is like, well, let me just give them more of what they asked for, to the point where they lost the plot in general.
Yep, exactly. In the background here, I'm listening to I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. And you started talking about Sunglasses After Dark.
See,
Also,
it's just right there.
Sunglasses, the book, the printed book, which I found at a used bookstore. The front cover was just an illustration of a vampire's face with glasses, and the eyes are blood red. And the title and stuff is on the back. There is no explanation. There's no back blurb. There's no publisher. There's no I don't know. Like, it's the only vampire content aside from World of Darkness that I recognize. And then Nancy Collins started working for White Wolf and it wasn't as good. I was sad. But I feel like Sonia in her own universe was so strong. And the mythology, like the agrosomnia and the angels and the demons and the all of that stuff. I thought she handled it brilliantly, and it's in an entirely different way from any other fiction that I read that was vampire themed.
Dig it, dig it.
Tucker and Dale. He invented CompuServe. Thanks for all the coasters. We can be the wise women. I prefer feral crone. Yep. I'll have to check it out. I love horror comedy. Yes, I think it's on Netflix right now.
What, Bubba? Or
No,
Dale and Tucker?
Dale and Tucker.
I think this is
And
specifically in
Bubba
reference
is on Tubi.
to Bubba's on Tubi, because of course it is. Which I swear to God, if Tubi starts coming like, it's on Tubi, because of course it is. I want our money. I want our money.
Andy, are you kidding? Do you actually have that paperback?
Oh man.
The cover does look like a Nagel painting. Little shop. I meant Bubba. I've seen Ducker and Tail more than Ducker and Tail.
I wasn't going to correct you.
Tucker and Dale.
I was just going to let you ride with it.
Yeah, I've watched it a bunch of times too. And
yeah, it's Bubba the Redneck Werewolf, and from the cover, like this, the icon for Tubi, you'll understand what you're walking into. It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
So for horror comedies, that's a winner. How old were you when you first realized horror was your thing? You're 26 now. So
when was the first time I wrote horror?
I don't know. You can tell us.
1996. I started writing. So for school, actually, we had to write short stories all the time, and all of my stories were horror themed, and they all went to contests and stuff without my permission, and sometimes I'd get ribbons and I wouldn't know what they were for.
You know what? That happens in schools.
My art, my writing, all of that stuff was submitted for competitions, and sometimes I'd place.
I don't think I ever put anything in the competition until like 5 years ago, maybe.
I didn't start taking horror really seriously until like 2020.
There you go.
Like publishing my first novel that has a lot of horror overtones, like, and subplots and stuff like that. Knights of Badassery was a good one too. And yes. All right, next.
Next question. This is still from Allie. We are still on Allie's question. This is Allie's third question. When you have to pick something other than horror, what is your second favorite genre?
Thriller. Or comedy. So when they combine the thriller or they combine the comedy, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
But I'll watch comedy by itself, or read comedy by itself, but I'd prefer if it was like an amalgamation.
That makes sense. That makes sense. We have 2 more official questions, which I honestly didn't think we'd be able to fill an hour, but we can. These questions are from Jenny. What drew you to tarot?
My mother used to throw the Morgan Greer deck. She gave me that deck when I was 13 and I started throwing. And the teachers would scold me because they thought it was poker and tell me to put it away. But I drew all kinds of people that wanted to hear my readings as a teenager with the Morgan Greer deck, which is a particularly dark deck that came out of the 70s. And
I actually need that.
I never stopped. So I don't have that deck anymore. I think my sister has it. And I bought my own. It doesn't act the same way, but that's fine. Yeah. I've been doing it a long time.
There's a question before they go back to their day job in the comments. So I want to go ahead and go to that before I go to Jenny's last question. Dream camera and why?
I don't know what that means.
What is your dream camera? You're a photographer.
Oh. So Canon has a 7D Mark II. And this camera, which is now like $150. There were episodes of House that were filmed with this camera. And the quality is TV worthy. And one of these days, I will own a Canon 7D Mark II. As soon as I can afford it. It's not mirrorless, so I'm sure the price will keep going down. But yeah.
MPB has some used ones at much cheaper than $700.
Ooh.
I just want to get an idea of what you were talking about.
Yep.
Got it.
7D Mark II.
I was looking at some mirrorless cameras, but now this may be our last question. This might be it. Actually, one more question before our last question. Are you having a good time?
I sure am.
Is this a good birthday? Good birthday show.
What is a film or book that you thought would scare you, but actually ended up howling with laughter instead? I wasn't supposed to laugh.
Which is the best kind of horror?
Probably Velocipaster. Actually, I was expecting that or Hobo with a Shotgun, like that B movie sort of genre.
Yeah.
And I
Velocipaster is fantastic. You can also go back and find our review on Velocipaster. You can just search Sako and the Moon Velocipaster. And if it sounds like we're talking about like a Velociraptor and a pastor, we are. And it's great.
We are. And it's great.
Great in all the most terrible ways.
Just put in Velocipaster in the YouTube search, and there's backstage interviews, and they take it as seriously as we do. and it's amazing.
It is so good. It's it's not a good movie. It's a great movie for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, Jack Frost is another one. I thought it would scare me, but I turned out laughing instead. Um, yeah, what a great time.
It's
How about
been.
you, Moon? What got you
I
into
know. I
horror?
wasn't expecting to have questions. I was supposed to have a page of questions. Um, I think what got me into horror was Scream. I watched Scream, and there is something contemporary about Scream, right? It is horror. It's clearly a horror movie. It's clearly a whodunit. I do like solving puzzles, and so I guess this was probably one of those first whodunit movies for me. Um, the horror didn't bother me. I found it intriguing. It was watching people overcome terrible odds and finding ways to survive. I think all of that intrigued me. I think that's what got me into loving horror because you can explore all emotions in horror, not just like romance focuses on love or sadness, and then you have these kind of like isolated emotions here and there. But I think horror is wonderful, and I love it so much because you can explore literally every emotion and how every emotion ties with every other emotion through horror. Um, what gets you more emotional than being terrified or having your life threatened, right? Um,
Or more, there are worse things than death.
yes, sometimes death is a blessing, and horror gets you to explore that, like Sako mentioned earlier, in a way that's safe. You can explore those terrible things in a way that's safe. Uh,
I randomly wear a ghost face mask around the house to scare people.
ta-da!
Ta-da!
He co-hosts every show I do.
There are worse things that Jace could do.
So we do have one last question. This is Jenny's second question. Um, what has been your favorite dance slash performance?
I love performing at an event called Darbukistan that happens in June. I perform live with live musicians, and it's more than just a guy with a doombeck. Like, I've danced to steel drums, I've danced to a frame drum. Um, like, I like to experiment at Darbukistan, and I have a real connection with the musicians, and um I'm I'm just in love with the event. It's very soul clearing for me. Like I was saying before, dancing is very spiritual. The land is very spiritual. The connection with the other dancers is very spiritual. And the religion is dance.
Check off that last question. That's it.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's that. I'll be honest with you. I didn't start getting questions until like a couple days ago. There's a lot of questions I got literally this morning. So thank you guys for procrastinating. I love that you guys trust that I'm going to figure out what to do with this show if you guys hadn't given me questions to ask. I love that you all have that faith in me. Or y'all were lazy, whichever one. Doesn't matter. Either way it goes, we had a good show. We had a full show. Right? Who would dare? Definitely not you, Jenny. Absolutely not. But did you have a good time?
I sure did. That
I
was
hope
great.
I hope more than anything you had you had a good time, and two, you got to feel the love of all your friends, and you understand how much we appreciate you. I'm thankful for having you as a co-host. I love
Mm.
doing this show with you every week. It is one of the highlights of my week. So I want to thank you for being my co-host and having this wonderful show with me.
Mm.
Everyone else here, we all love you. That's why they're all there. And like Foggy said, now it's time to party. So with that being said, if you haven't liked or subscribed to this channel, do both because you love us. And do you want to say any last words to the peoples before we go?
If you're not already subscribed to my Substack, Sako to me, like it says right there, Sako to me on Substack. I talk about all my creative dealings, and I write it every Sunday. So, can't wait to see you either.
We'll catch
Love
you in
you
July.
too, Jenny. And I did
Sending
it.
questions this morning. He's like, it was me. I did it.
Mm-hmm. I love you guys. Thank yous for showing up.
I'm sure everyone had a great time. It was a great show. And now you get to hold on to this. If people want to get to know you for a thing or a project, you can listen to this episode, this wonderful episode of Sako and the Moon Horror Podcast here nearly every Friday. And on behalf of Sako to me, I'm Juan L. Hearn, more affectionately known as the Moon. And we're out.
Oh,
Eventually,
no.
when she hits the button, because I don't have control of the button. So we're doing the song part first.
The
And then
song
after the